is my very first Saturday morning live stream, so I'm pretty excited. Had to change our schedule up just a little bit because I had a change in my work schedule, so I'm not able to do the Friday night live. So I had to switch to Saturday morning. So hopefully you can hear me. I can't tell if anyone can hear me. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, well, I guess you can hear me. I okay. So today's project, just I can hear myself, so I'm happy now. So today's project is a paracord bracelet. Oops, I forgot. Oh, yeah, here it is. So I made this bracelet a long time ago, and so my uncle had asked me to put together a new bracelet for him, and I had done this bracelet a long time ago, so I had to refamiliarize myself with creating it. It's about 10 years ago. So I went through my stash, and everything you see here I had in my stash, but I had to get a new jig. So let's say this jig is not required to do this bracelet, but I like it because the way my brain works. So I like to use the jig. So I've got two paracord um, colors. So that's the project today, and they're both 18-foot long. I have a buckle. I have a lighter to light it. You're going to need some kind of pliers to pinch things together, and then some scissors. And you're going to need some type of measuring device. So here it is. Okay, so what you're going to need for your two colors, let me consult my notes. You're going to at least need, for color A, 44 inches, which basically is 3.677 feet. Color B, another 44 inches, and a total of 88 inches, which is 7.333 feet. And I'll link in the video description once I finish this on where you can get the math to do the measurements. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is want to go ahead and release both of these from the packaging. So here we go. So I got two ends, and I'm going to just take a look at these ends. Move that out of the way a little bit. Okay, so here's a nice good end on that one. And Mom, Willie calls this Dumby cord. So here's a nice thing on that. And are you joining us today, Willie?
No.
No.
I was just trying to look at it a little bit. No volume.
You can't hear me?
No.
You didn't? I can hear myself. Okay. No volume. I don't know what's going on with that. I can hear myself.
It's up now.
Hmm?
It's up now.
But I can hear myself. Okay. I hear you. You can hear. You can hear me, love. I can hear myself on that thing. On my phone. Hold on. Willie's telling me I don't have any volume.
Yeah, mine up now.
I can hear myself. Oh, hold on, Bert. There's been a pause. All right. I'm gonna hold on, everyone. I apologize. So they're telling me they can't hear me, and I don't know why. Because I can hear myself. I got my mic on. Hello, testing, testing. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Can you hear me now? What? You still can't hear me? All right, let me pause the live stream and I'll. Okay. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. So now can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. I apologize. You can hear me now? Okay. All right. So as I was saying, I've already got everything unraveled. So I apologize for that technical difficulties. So paracord, two colors. And let me go back over the measurements. So for color A, it's 44 inches. Color B, it's 44 inches. So 44 inches equals 3.677 feet. You have a total of 88 feet. 88 inches, and that's 7.33 feet. So the idea is to bring these two together because you want to have an interesting bracelet. You know, and here's what the solid color looks like. Yeah. So as I was saying earlier, really cause this dummy cord. So before I get to putting things together and using fire, the project that you'll use fire for, let me get my measuring stick out. There you go. That's it. So I'm just going to measure. Don't have to be precise, but 44. So this is 36 inches. And if I'm not mistaken, I need to go to 8. So that's all I'm going to need for color A. So this is that light turquoisey color. Okay, that's that color. And then let me get the darker color, bring that together. So here we go, here to here, and here to here. So 36 plus 8 should give you 44, if I've done the math correctly. Okay, there we go. And then you can save this. Put that aside for later. Put this aside. Okay, that's how simple. Buckle. So now I'm going to bring these two together. I think I'm going to use this nice end. So here's where the fire comes into play. So here's the fire. So what you want to do is get these two hot, and I should have grabbed Willie's lighter, and before it cools, slap them together. See if I can get that up there. And I think I got it together. And that should form a strong bond. So I'm going to flatten it out a little and with the pliers. So there we go. So you can see that. So I should have one color together. And so now it's nice and tight. Okay. All right, so I'm going to burn the ends ever so slightly on this end. So I'll just do one at a time. Just to flatten it out a little so when I run it through the buckle, it won't unravel as you're working with it. So that's the idea. So like I was saying, Willie calls this dummy cord from the military. Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. There we go. Just put that down. So yeah, I just want to flatten this out a little so it'll make it easier to weave and easier to go through the buckle, and it won't unravel on you. So that's that. So for the jig, the jig goes it's on the bottom you have like a measuring, so you can slide it, you can make it as long or as short. So the average I'm going to do is about a little bit, about 8 inches. It's the average for a man, and it just fits me too. So I'm going to make sure I got that and tighten that jig down. And then I'm going to put the buckle in with the female. Oh, come on, you should fit. All right, get in there. I don't think I have. Thought I had a different buckle on here. I might have to. Am I doing it wrong? I'm doing it right. Oh, I didn't check these buckles, and I really want to use this buckle. I didn't check to see if it was going to fit.
But we're gonna make it fit, hopefully. I don't know why it won't fit in here. Okay, there. Oh, it'll fit. Oh, got it. Got it to fit. Okay. Come on, don't play with me. Should slide in there. Okay. Almost. I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright, so what we're gonna do is make a what they call a Solomon or a Cobra weave. So, yep, okay, you can see all of that. That's in frame. I can't remember if it's up or down, so I'm gonna try down. I never remember which way it goes. So I'm just gonna slide it through. And the idea, so this is my seam. I want to keep that towards the back. And I don't want it to be, whoops, in the front. Okay, this is going to be a problem if it's going to do that. But we'll see. Oh, yeah. You really want to be stubborn today, don't you? I hadn't had any problems with this buckle before. Oh. Okay, so always something. I really want to use this decorative button buckle, but if I have to, I'll switch to a black one. I'm gonna really try. This is what happens when you go live. Really? All right, let me grab a black buckle because I'm not gonna struggle with it anymore. Buckle. I got a bunch of buckles, baby. Maybe this one will fit, and I can switch it. No. Okay, bear with me. So we'll just make a black buckle. It's not the end of the world. When you get lemons, you make lemonade. Okay, so let me undo this really quickly. Let's switch out buckles. Yeah. Okay, back in the thing. See, when I told you I had all my supplies in my stash? It's been a while. There. Okay, now I have to switch buckles, so we will start over. Okay. We will start over. Here we go. I like weaving. I'm not a sewer, but I like this. This particular craft because you get to weave and you can do so many things if you like weaving. This is perfect. So I just want to make sure I don't get anything twisted. And then I'm just going to pay really particular attention and make sure I get the seam to the back. Okay, so it won't be shown. So it'll just be in the back of the buckle. Won't put any stress on the, there we go. Okay, so now I got my two colors loaded on the first end, and nope, and that's not right. That doesn't look right. So I went over the top. So let me go over the bottom. See, I can never remember if it's the top or the bottom. So I have to do it and then look at it. And it's like, whoops, that's not right. And then do it the other way. Okay. See, if I was doing this live, if I had already had this loaded up before the live, you wouldn't have seen me struggling. But sometimes it's good to watch and see how you troubleshoot. So there's always a lesson to be learned. And I want to make sure this looks good because you want to get this right. Okay, there we go. And it looks a little twisted right here. So let me see if I can twist it around. Don't have it look twisted. Okay, there we go. So that's one end of the buckle. Then I'm just going to shift to the other side. And I'm going to try to keep these as straight and together as possible. And see, that's why you, that's why you trim and flatten the ends so that it'll weave through the buckle nice and easy and no problems. And it looks like I got them switched up. Move that over there. Okay. There we go. Now I got them all looking good. So now it's time to weave. I'm right hand dominant, so I start on the right side. So you're going to take this light color, bring it over the top. Take the second color, the darker color, bring it over the top and weave it through. And that's how you start your first, and bring it tight, your first loop. And then, so now you have your darker color on the right side and your lighter color on the left. So then you just do the same motion all the way through. And you just weave down this bracelet. And we keep doing your light color over the top, dark color over that one, and under, over, under. And you'll notice if your pattern, and I already noticed my pattern looked weird. So it's this side, left. That looks, okay, yeah, that one. Okay, I'm sorry, I did it backwards. So there we go. Now it looks better. That one looks a little weird. Okay. So now it's this one, and then that way. And now back over the top, back over that, and under. And you just continue to do this all the way down. So over, under, over. And you can also add a third color. I could have added a white to go down there, but I didn't think about it. I would have had it out. But yeah, so this is a paracord bracelet. Oh, and I just saw I did it wrong. You can usually tell when you make the weave is not right. And I still think it's not right. I need to concentrate and stop talking. So bear with me. Okay, there we go. I think that's the right way. Yep. Okay, yep, there we go. So you just have to pay attention to which way the weave is going so that you won't get bottlenecked like I did. Now I got my rhythm. So here we go. And that's it. And that's as easy as you can make a paracord bracelet. I think I'm going to do a friendship bracelet next for my next project because I haven't done any of the, and it's basically a macrame knot, but they call this a Cobra or Solomon's. And I've never made a paracord bracelet without a buckle, so I'm not quite proficient at doing anything other than using a buckle. So, and it's really easy to bring two colors together and make something new. And I'm just kind of bummed I couldn't use that other buckle, but it'll be all right. Okay, pay attention, because I think I just messed up something. So let me stop talking for a second. Okay, this comes over here. There we go. Yeah, you'll know immediately as you get familiar with making these if it looks weird, because it just doesn't look as smooth. So, yeah, it's very hypnotic doing this. So when I first started making paracord bracelets like a couple of years ago, God, it's almost been 10 years ago, I had a lot of waste with when I was making these projects. But then on YouTube, the magic of YouTube, I found, I guess this guy was making paracord bracelets and he sounded like he was a mathematician. So he ended up coming up with a formula so that you wouldn't waste a lot of your material. And I've been using that formula for different things. Because it's all about the math, as I said. So yeah, it's coming along pretty good. I'll just stop. So let me just repeat my steps. So I'm right-handed, so I'm starting on the right, kind of making a loop over the two tops. Then I'm taking the lighter color, bringing it over the darker color, and then sliding under and coming up through this loop. And then now the darker color is on the left and the lighter color is on the right. So you just kind of like, someone made, it's like you make a four, kind of like make a four, and then you bring this over top of that color and then bring it through. And then that's your weave. And that's what you're doing all the way down the line. And then you're tightening it up and making sure everything looks good. And then you can continue. Once you get the pattern down, the weaving down, it's, you know, you can watch TV and do it. And there's all other types of patterns you can do. But this is a starter. You can start with this, and once you master this, you can move on to other weaves. Something different from Loving Handcrafts today from me and Willie. Although Willie's out doing whatever. At least he's watching. And you continue on, and when you get towards the end, you can fit as many of these in as you can to get a full, like I'm going to move that up a little bit. So we'll continue. And so as I was saying, when I started, there was, they said for, what's it? I can't remember. Foot for every, I don't know. When I started, I just had a lot of waste. And, you know, when you're purchasing this and you know, can be on a budget, you don't want to have a lot of waste. You want to get the most out of your material. So I found, like I said, I found this guy on YouTube, and he had come up with a formula so you could measure exactly how much you needed and have very little scrap. So I'm going to try to get one more in here. I'm going to pull that top taunt. I'm going to try to get one more in here, and we'll see how it works. And if I can do that, then, whoops, okay, over, under, and then I won't have a lot of waste with this bracelet. And again, this is just a 8-inch bracelet. So it should fit a man and some women. It'll fit me. And you don't want the bracelet too tight to cut off. Oh, I'm struggling. So let me see if I can get one more in here, just a little bit, just to finish it off so it'll look neat. Okay, there we go. Just gotta make it work. There we go. Whoop. Okay, try again. One over. Let's get you out a little. I can just barely get it in there. Oh, yeah, come on. Work with you, mama. Because I really want to get this last one in. Okay, there we go. Yep, yay. So I can get that last knot in. Okay, now you're kind of done. So we're done with the end of this. So what you're going to want to do, so see, looks good. 2 colors. You can do 3 colors. You can do 2 colors. So yeah. I'm gonna take this side off of the jig. That's why I love this jig. I absolutely would not do a bracelet without the jig, because it's hard to hold this and then weave until you get it going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off this piece, and then I'm going to cut off the other end. But before I go do that, I want to go ahead and make sure I have this ready, because I'm going to want to burn this. And then I want to make sure that I have it coming towards the back so it won't be so unsightly in the front. So we're going to Be careful, it's hot. I should have grabbed Willie's lighter when he left, because a lighter would be easier to control. That's 4 flames coming up, and it almost got my hand. So remember when your parents tell you to be careful and play with fire? This is one of those days you want to remember that. So I'm going to cut it pretty close. I'll take it off now. I shouldn't have put that as close as I did, but whoop. Okay, come on. There we go. And then I'm going to catch it and smooth it out. And then we have a paracord bracelet. It would have looked better with the blue, but I'll do what I can always make another one with the black, with the blue buckle. I just got to figure out to change the male-female part. So let me just stick it on. So can you guys see that? It turned out really good. So we'll just put it on my left. There. I would have made purple, which is my mom's favorite color, but I didn't have any dark purple paracord in my stash, so I would have made her one. But I did do this in the New Orleans Saints colors for my uncle. So Uncle Wayne, you will have your paracord bracelet. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back and show you how loose. It's not too tight. Put it back on. Just enough. It's not too tight on the wrist. And you can't really, it really feels nice. And then the paracord comes in, it's not as thick as this, so you can get paracord that's thinner and make it more for a woman. And perhaps next time I'll do another weave that's more on a feminine style, but this still works. I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, so if you like what you've seen, like, subscribe, tell me how I'm doing. This will be my new schedule going forward, so I'll do a live stream on Saturdays. I'll drop a video and then a live stream, so I'll be doing 2 live streams a month and dropping 2 new videos a month. Just because my work schedule is so hectic, it doesn't allow me to do the live streams on Fridays. So I just want to be able to bring you the best I can, and I'm seems to be rushing and coming home after my daytime job to do the live streams on Friday. So we'll just pivot, and this is me pivoting. I can't think of anything. This is a pretty quick live. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I will see you guys next time. So again, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll talk to you guys next time.